Warren Buffett said, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it." What's a real-life example of this? Jimmy Snyder. He was a well-known football commentator on CBS for 12 years until he said on the air that the practice of coerced breeding during slavery had made modern black athletes superior. His remarks are astonishing to read today. Greater than the black is a better athlete to begin with. Because he's been bred to be that way. Because of his high thighs and big thighs that goes up into his back. And they can jump higher and run faster because of their bigger thighs. And he's bred to be the better athlete because this goes back all the way to the Civil War. When, during the slave trading, the slave owner would breed his big black to his big woman so that he could have a big black kid. See. That's where it all started. Quote, "At one point, Ryan Lochte was arguably on the way to becoming as big in the swimming world as Michael Phelps. Then his lies about being robbed at the Olympics torched his reputation and career." Former Brooklyn, Los Angeles Dodgers baseball player and executive Al Campanis. He had a brief career as a player with the Brooklyn Dodgers, playing only 7 games with them in 1943. But spent a lot of time in the minor leagues and played 1 season in the minors with Jackie Robinson the year before Robinson became the first African American player in the majors. After retiring as a player, he became a scout and moved up in the organization to become the general manager of the Dodgers in 1968. On April 6, 1987, Campanis was invited to appear on the TV show Nightline to be interviewed by Ted Koppel about Jackie Robinson. As April 15 would be the 40th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's first game in the majors, and they were good friends until Robinson's death in 1972. Koppel asked Campanis about why there were so few black managers and no black general managers. Campanis answered, "I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager, or perhaps a general manager." When pressed later in the interview by Koppel, he said, "Why are black men or black people not good swimmers? Because they don't have the buoyancy," and also saying that the black race certainly are short on individuals with strong decision-making capabilities. He was fired from the Dodgers less than 2 days later and never worked in baseball again, passing away in 1998. Gerald Ratner. At one time, Ratners were a nationwide chain of jewelry shops in the UK. They were known as an affordable jewelry shop. In 1991 he was a guest at the Institute of Directors and made a speech where he called the stuff sold by his shops total crap. A popular range of earrings was described as being cheaper than a prawn sandwich and compounded it by saying the prawn sandwich would last longer. Shares in the company dropped like a stone and he was fired by the majority company shareholders. I was just reading a story about how a police officer with a perfect career ruined everything by buying donuts and scanning a barcode for a carrot to make it cheaper. Lost his job for that. Had a supervisor who decided to get blitzed on morphine and alcohol before writing a racist, incomprehensible, unprofessional email and sending it to every subordinate. Every single person turned against him. And he was gone from his job really quickly after that. And he was tenured and everything happened in an instant. That X Factor judge who told a contestant wearing a suit that he was trying to copy her husband LMFAO. I think Natalia Kills was her name. Haven't seen Lance Armstrong's name yet. Scientists studied his body for years to find the cause of his incredible performance. Just to have him openly admit to using steroids. There was a PC building company earlier this year that disqualified a prize winner because the company owner thought the winner's social media presence was too weak. Not fake. Mind you. Just not popular enough to be worth sponsoring.